Welcome to a quick tutorial on how to repackage macOS apps for deployment with Jamf Now using Composer. Before we begin, it's important to note which apps require repackaging. Jamf Now supports installer packages with the .pkg file extension. Apps or files packaged in a disk image format with the .dmg extension would need to be repackaged. Some common apps that need repackaging include Dropbox, Firefox, Google Chrome, Google Drive, and Skype. There are two requirements for repackaging apps to be deployed with Jamf Now: a packaging tool of your choosing, like Composer, and access to the Apple Developer Program in order to obtain an installer certificate. Composer is a powerful tool available from Jamf that can be used to repackage apps from disk images. Using a certificate obtained from the Apple Developer Program, Composer also has the ability to create signed packages, which fulfills the requirements for a package to be deployed with Jamf Now. This video covers repackaging apps with Composer using Firefox as an example, obtaining an installer certificate from Apple, and signing the new package with the Apple Developer ID certificate. When first downloading Firefox from Mozilla's website, a disk image is saved to your default Downloads folder. A typical installation is achieved by double-clicking to mount the disk image, then dragging the Firefox app into your Applications folder. However, Jamf Now can't perform this task for us, and we'll need to repackage the app using Composer. Opening Composer will trigger a couple prompts, the first being a local administrator password. Next, if opening Composer for the first time, you'll likely see a prompt for choosing a method to create your package. Click Cancel at this prompt, and we'll be using the drag and drop method to build a package. The drag and drop method begins by placing the apps or files on your computer where you intend for them to be installed on your client devices. For example, the Firefox app is in my Applications folder, which is where I want it to be installed on my client devices. From here, click and drag Firefox into the sidebar in Composer, dropping it into a new or existing list of package sources. Notice the new package source that appears. Let's go ahead and rename this appropriately, possibly including the version number. Then check out the ownership and permissions of its contents. The owner of Firefox.app will typically be the user which installed it. In order to avoid issues, it's best to match the ownership and permissions of the Applications folder. Using the gear icon, we can apply permissions to applications and all enclosed items, applying the same ownership and permissions to Firefox.app and its contents. With the package ready to be built, the next step is to obtain an installer certificate from Apple. This requires access to the Apple Developer Program, if you are not already enrolled. The requirements for enrollment are different depending on your type of organization, so check out the Apple Developer Program website for more information on what you need to enroll. After enrollment, the installer certificate can be obtained using Xcode, which is a free app available in the macOS App Store. Open Xcode, navigate to Preferences, and click the Accounts tab. If you have not already done so, log in with the Apple ID that is registered in the Apple Developer Program by clicking the plus button in the bottom left and choosing Apple ID. Enter the verification code and select the appropriate team with the agent role assigned. Then click Manage Certificates. If there are no certificates in the window that opens, click the plus button in the bottom left and choose to add a Developer ID installer certificate. Secondary, click on the Developer ID installer and choose Export Certificate. Enter a name for the .p12 file and the developer profile password, then click Save. The exported installer certificate is valid for 5 years. Double-clicking the Apple Developer Certificate will prompt for which keychain to add the certificate. If multiple administrators will be building and signing packages on the same computer, be sure to add it to the system keychain, which is shared by all users logging into this computer. Enter an administrator's username and password, then the certificate password, and it will be added to the system keychain. With the Apple Developer Certificate added to the keychain, return to Composer and open Preferences. Under the Packaging tab, select the checkbox to Sign With and choose your developer certificate from the pop-up menu, then click Save. Finally, click Build as PKG and choose where you would like the new package to be saved, entering your keychain password when prompted. Once complete, Firefox is now able to be deployed as a signed installer package with the .pkg extension using Jamf Now. We recognize that this is a fairly technical workflow, so don't hesitate to reach out to our support team if you have any questions by emailing support@jamfnow.com. Thanks for watching.